Hey, everybody. Hello. Welcome back. Happy Monday, Ted.
What's happening, Jade?
Okay, so we're on a journey with everyone.
We're making a strong shift today.
Yes. So we're talking about thinking of yourself as not just a writer, but a writer business person, a writer who is a business person, a writer who is a business. And we're giving you 4 pillars to create that business with. Last week, we talked about culture and connection, which is pivotal. It could probably, even if this was not pillars and it was like a circle, I feel like that's core. Today, we're talking about system and techniques. So for a business person, what are you talking about when you're thinking about systems and techniques?
Well, first, I want to say that on last week, I said, these have to be fluid. These all have to be in play all the time.
Okay.
And you could have a debate on which one's more important than the other. What I'm trying to highlight for you as a solopreneur, as an entrepreneur with a small business, is that these all have to be in play at the same time. Now, I started with culture because I believe that's the foundation of your business. Mm-hmm. But I make a hard shift into system and techniques. And this is the one that I probably had to learn the most, 13, 14 years ago, because I thought, well, look, if I'm good at my craft and I'm a good human being, I'm going to just get business. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily the case, right? And so you have to figure out in your line of work, which is writing, what are the systems in your day-to-day that become part of your operating rhythm? Now, notice I use the word operate, right? You are a business and you have to function like a business. So, and you're looking to generate revenue, have sales, deliver amazing products with your writing, et cetera. So what systems do you need in place? Now, that could be through technology. Maybe you are not technically savvy and you don't have any way to do what you and I are doing right now on the screen. Like, do you need to put that in place to start connecting? Maybe you're finding that, hey, I'm doing things through email, but there's no personal connection and I need to get a Zoom account. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that may seem elementary, but this is what I want you to start to consider. What are the things that you need to put in place? Number one. So system and technique would be, I need to look at my technology and what I need there. Another one would just be like, do I have an operating rhythm every day? Right? And that could be as easy as a scheduler. Am I writing a certain part of the day? What part of my day am I using for sales? It becomes this operating rhythm versus just waking up scattered every day and just going, right? Mm-hmm. And then the second part of this is the technique part. And this is, I think, really important. There's this old saying that we used to say, hey, what got you here won't get you there. And we talked about this at another AWAI account event. But this idea that you have to constantly be upskilling. So the techniques that you use, like you're doing this right now. We used white papers as an example a few weeks back. If you're writing white papers right now, are you good at that? And then what do you need to do to get another revenue stream in if you need it? But the techniques that you're using to do it. This could also include getting lead techniques, lead meaning a potential client. What techniques are you using to do that? So you really have to start honing in on one operating rhythm, assessing, are there needs in your operations, meaning technology or something of that nature? It could be that. And then upskilling, what techniques are you using to get new clients, to deliver great product, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But this is one that we kind of, it should be ever expanding. And that's why I use that language, what got you here won't get you there. You may be getting great clients now. The world is changing rapidly. I mean, think about AI and all this other stuff. I mean, the world is changing rapidly. And if you don't keep up with it, you could get lost in the fold.
I also want to make sure that it's clear, just in case anybody is counting themselves out, that when we talk about this, we're talking about even if you're starting out and you have a full-time job and you're doing this in the pockets where you can, which I might even argue then it's more important, right? To know your operating rhythm and to schedule and to know your pockets of time that you can do this and when you can do this and how you can do it and what you need to do. Because I think that's essentially as well what you're saying. What do I need for this business, right? What do I need to be a professional? What do I need in order to have the culture that I want to create? Because I want to have in-person meetings, And I think that sometimes those things can seem scary. But like Ted said, it can be as simple as I need a Zoom account. Okay, let's investigate. What is the difference between a free Zoom account and a paid Zoom account? Can I afford a paid Zoom account? As simple as investigating, like on Gmail, you can change your like the at, instead of having at Gmail, you can disguise it under a business, but it still goes to the same free account, right? Or do I need to get a paid account? You know, what do they call them? Not RSS, like where you manage like your clients and your reach outs, you know, the
CRMs.
CRM, that is the one. See, I told you I always fumble. Yeah, it's like a CRM, like a client management system. Are you tracking that? Do you need to even track that? You know, because I will tell you that we have had a lot of members that have been very successful because what they do is they take that hour that they can do this every day, and they are tracking, right? And they do like 50 to 100 reach outs a day. Just go, and get like 5, you know, I would say like they get 10 hooks. Get 5 clients from those 10 hooks, you know, and that's all you need, you know. So yeah, I think that if you can break it down for even like no matter where you're at, and then again, like Ted said, say your problem is that you're this great white paper writer and you have so many clients and so much business, you can't keep up with the demand, then it's a different conversation, right?
And you change your system or techniques. Exactly.
You hire researchers to do the research, or you just have to do the writing, or you outsource and you become almost like an agency and you have writers working under you. So as you go up, I don't think that problems diminish, they just change and you just alter course, right? Because I mean, how many years have you been in business now, Ted? 13, there we go. I almost said 20, but 13. And I'm sure the nature of that has changed constantly, and what you've had to do, right, has changed. So
to solidify what you're saying, the foundation, the culture has not shifted at all.
There we go. Love that.
Yet my approach, system and techniques, or upskilling has changed. Like I never thought I would do public speaking. That's not what I got into. I just want to be a coach. But you know what? Somewhere along the line, I adopted it and get requests for it. And now it is part of my business.
Oh my God.
Right. And so just think about that, because some things will not waver, meaning culture. You may shift and adapt, but there'd be certain things that should be foundational.
Yeah. And I would bet on the fact that as you up your systems and techniques, the quality of clients also, you know, I think it goes hand in hand. Alrighty. So do you have homework today, or is it just a takeaway today? What are you thinking that everyone should do after?
Well, the question that I would be asking is, what do you need to implement in this, what we've just, you know, spent 5 minutes on? Like, is it technology? Is it a rhythm? Is it timing? What is it that you need to implement into your business?
Yes.
To have you not so scatterbrained, to have you more effective, more efficient, delivering better product? You need to go take a different AWAI course. What is it that you need to implement?
And it doesn't need to be a list of 100 things, right? Because I don't want people to get caught up.
Please don't do that, because we all need probably 100 things, but we're looking for, just start with 1 or 2 things. Implement them. Again, see if it's catching a rhythm, catching an operating rhythm, and then move on to the next one.
Awesome. I love that. Next week, we're going to talk about something essential to copywriters and essential to business, because now you're a business person, which is sales. It can be scary for some, but I'm excited to see how you tackle this, Ted, and we shall see everybody then. Bye.